Hey everybody, so yeah, just giving you a bit of a heads up here. You probably have not seen the video on my other channel. I went to a screening of The Room at the Royal over the weekend, the Easter weekend. It was an amazing time, and I recommend anybody going out to check it out. So what I kind of want to do with this is, because you're probably thinking, because I gave The Room such a bad review, why is somebody like me, going to check it out at the screening? Well, I think that there's a good reason for that. The reason is because, first of all, I'm a human being just like everybody watching this thing. And for any human being, you want to be entertained when you go see any kind of movie, whether it's, a joke, you want to be scared out of your seat, you want to laugh, you want to do anything. Movies are an entertainment. It's a form of medium that is entertainment. So that's the key thing here to keep in mind. And first of all, I want to say that looking back on my review with The Room, I think that I did probably give it a lower rating than I could have. Does that mean I would have given it a much, much higher rating? Definitely not. The thing was that I probably would have given it at the time 1 out of 10. Um, yeah, just like a 1 out of 10 or maybe a 0.5 out of 5. Just for the fact that, yes, it's a comedy. It made me laugh like a friggin' hyena the first time I saw it, and it continues to do so. I actually bought a copy down there last week, and it was definitely worth my money. But the thing is, you can tell that this thing is setting out to be something that it did not turn out to be. You know what? It's all in the director's mind, and whether Tommy Wiseau set out to make this a real drama or a black comedy, I don't know. I can't get into his head. I met the guy down at the Royal, and I still have no. I don't think anybody's gonna fully get into the guy's head. But the thing is, when it comes to something like this, it really is. There is no perfect rating when it comes to a review. I am learning that very quickly, and I'm learning that more as time goes on. The thing about this is the fact that you cannot perfectly label something, because just because I like something with all my heart does not mean that the guy next to me is not thinking, what a piece of crap. That is the key thing to keep in mind here. You are not going to please everybody. And there's probably people out there that watch The Room and think that, yeah, this is a piece of crap. And, I did watch it, but the thing is, you cannot. The thing that I try and do when I'm doing a review, I know we're going in a whole bunch of circles here, but when I'm doing a review, I am trying to think, what is this movie trying to get across, and is it doing it successfully? So with The Room, you can kind of tell from my perspective that it was trying to be a drama, a serious drama, and it failed. It was a joke. It was a hilarious joke, but it failed at what, that's from my perspective, of what it was trying to do and that it didn't do in what it set out to accomplish. And then, yeah, I'm watching their interviews with Tommy Wiseau, and yeah, he's saying that this is what everything was not accidental. This is what it was supposed to be, and this is how it was meant to be, and this is the product that he envisioned it to be. So yeah, there's that aspect that you have to consider. That you can say the director is just gonna, whether he's retracing his steps or he's telling the truth, that this is actually what he wanted The Room to become. You never know. It is something like, and there are some, like I said, there is no perfect rating for a movie or a video game or any art form, unless you're Tentaclino. Then you know that you suck entirely. But basically, the thing I want to get across is why, when I gave it such a bad review, am I not only going to see the movie at a screening, but why am I going to obviously meet the guy and get my picture with him and, get him to sign a copy of the movie that I gave a bad review to and I'm buying? Why am I doing that? I just want to use this video to clarify that. The reason is, once again, going back to my original point, I'm a human being. I want to be entertained just like everybody else. And did I have an amazing time and did I laugh my butt off at this thing? Definitely. I would recommend anybody who's not only a hardcore Room fan, but anybody who's just looking to have a fun time, go and check it out. If you're ever, in the area nearby where they're having a Room screening, go and check it out. I recommend it. But the reason that I wanted to do it is, first of all, to be able to go, and I didn't get the chance. This is what I really wish had happened, but it didn't, because at the Q&A with Tommy, I was not able to get my question answered. What I wanted to ask him was what he thinks about. I was going to tell him I'm a film critic, but I was going to say to him, what do you think about the negative feelings that, or negative reviews and feedback that he's gotten over the room? Because obviously a lot of film critics have thought that this is a joke, that is just stupid, and that it's a failure of a movie. So I wanted to ask him that and get a feeling of what he thought about it. Now, I didn't get that chance. First of all, I wanted to do it to show that I got some balls, that I was, gonna be able to not just go there acting like some fan, while in reality I'm the guy behind a microphone who's, blasting his movie and ripping it anew, you know. That's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to just, be a total hypocrite and criticize him on one side of the door and on the other side, praise him with comments. And that's the thing. You want to be able, I've realized now coming to it that filmmaking is, and this is really not, I'm not just saying this to kind of, make this easier on myself. Filmmaking is a very, very complicated art. It is an incredibly complicated art. And these people are not setting themselves up to fail. That would be like the most idiotic thing you could do. The thing that you got to keep in mind is that a director has a vision, and whether that vision comes to life or not, it's not always going to be what the audience expects, and it's not always going to meet their expectations. So what I wanted to do is to first of all meet him, because the guy's a human being, as much as I am. A bit of a strange human being, some might say, but he's still a human being. So I wanted to meet him first of all, and to just have fun like everybody else at the theater. And when I'm watching The Room, whether it's with 100 people at the cinema or watching it at home, am I having fun? You bet I am. I'm so glad that I went to there. And I'm just glad that I was able to have a great experience, having a good time there. So, yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to clarify, that I wanted to meet this guy and I wanted to be able to tell him, I'm here not just, I'm maybe a critic, but I'm here as a viewer. And I'm a viewer, but yeah, as a critic, you've got to keep in mind that there is always going to be, you're never going to fully get into the director's head. And yeah, you can, and the thing is, I'm always going to, I watch plenty of crappy movies, sometimes for a laugh. There's crappy movies out there like Last Airbender, where I did not get any entertainment out of it. Well, barely any entertainment. Like the music was good. But yeah, like there's stuff like that. Then there's The Room, where yeah, it's not giving it what from my perspective, it's not giving what it's supposed to, but it is making me, have a good time, laughing like crazy. So in that sense, it did something to keep me entertained. So yeah, there's no such thing as a perfect rating. I just wanted to, I know I'm covering a lot of bases here, but I just wanted to be able to clarify why you're probably, because I'm a guy who likes to be prepared, and I know somewhere down the line there's going to be somebody that said, wait a minute, how can you give this movie a negative review and then go to the guy's screening, get your picture with him, get him to autograph it, buy the movie, and yeah, do all that stuff. So just telling you, first of all, yeah, I'm a Room fan, but definitely I don't really know how to cap this off, but I guess what I'm saying is if you can find entertainment in any movie, by all means go and see it. And just because I am recommending something does not mean, and this is, you should have known this already, just because I'm recommending that you don't check out something or that you do check out something does not mean I am pushing you out the door or pulling you back, whether it's your decision or not. It is ultimately up to you. I believe in a collective agreement. If a whole lot of people say that it's bad, it probably is bad. If a whole lot of people say that it's good, it probably is good. But at the same time, you cannot, no matter what, the only person that matters when it comes to the audience, The only person that matters when it comes to entertainment is you. You're either entertained or you're not. So I'm just putting that out there. And I know that I've ranted, my voice is kind of, actually, my voice is a little bit gone from yelling and screaming and laughing at the room last weekend. But it was an amazing time. And I recommend it. Yeah, if you're ever going to go out to a screening of The Room, um, go and do it. I recommend, especially if Tommy Wiseau was going to be there, because it was an awesome time. It was one of the best nights of my year. And I know the year is only the end of May or end of April. But yeah, it was an amazing time, and I recommend it to anybody who's definitely a hardcore Room fan. Yeah, so that's all my end here, and I hope you guys are having just a good week. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.